Hey everybody, Kevin here with Montagical Multimedia, and what we're going to be looking at today in Photoshop is the pen tool again. If you saw my previous tutorial, you saw that we were working with the pen tool, but what we were doing in that tutorial was the shape layers option, and what we're going to be working with today is the paths option. So, what you can do with the paths option is basically you can just go around whatever you want and make a selection, and you can fill it with color or cut it out and put it into another image or whatever you want to do with it. It has a lot of good uses. It's very multi-purpose, and yeah, it's really useful. So to get started here, I have this picture of an orange, and maybe that's an orange. I don't really know what that is. But anyway, to get started, press the letter P on your keyboard, or just go over here and select the pen tool, and make sure that you have the shape, or I mean the paths option selected up here. And I hope you watched my other tutorial because I'm going to be using some methods in that I taught you, but if not, I will show you right now. So I'm just going to make an anchor point, which is what this little box is called, an anchor point, on one of the, just one portion of the orange, so I can start making my selection of what I want to work with. So have an anchor point there, and I'm just going to make one there and curve it so it fits like the curvature of the orange. Now this orange is kind of bumpy around the rind area, so bear with me. I'm just gonna kind of speed through it. Now if you see over here, if I make a anchor point, it's going to curve around this area, and I don't really want that. So what I'm going to do is go to our previous anchor point that we just made and hold Alt and just click on that, and that's going to delete that little rod that was right there. And what that's going to do is just create a whole new anchor point that we can work with, and it makes it much easier to curve around with and whatnot. And I'm just going to do that for each one of these and go around the orange kind of smoothly here. I'm hurrying up, as you can see, but obviously take your time with it. So just gonna oops, don't do that. Just gonna close it off. Oops. Close it off here. And there we go. We have our selection made, or not our selection yet, but we kind of just closed off the path of the orange right here. And what we're going to do now is we're just going to right click on our path and select Make Selection. And that's going to bring up this menu, which is going to, this should be checked by default, but just uncheck that. You don't really need it. And put it to whatever you want to feather it to. I'm just going to pop in 1 pixel there, so yeah, and just hit OK, and that's going to make a selection around the orange. And there's a lot of stuff we can do with this now, really. I'm just going to go up to, where is it? I think it's Alt F5, no, Shift F5, sorry, to fill in with my foreground color, which is, actually I don't like my foreground color. I'm going to change it to black. I don't know why. It was just black a second ago, I swear. Anyway, Shift F5, and I'm just going to fill in the orange with my foreground color, which is going to make it black. And yeah, you can choose whatever color you want, and there's a bunch of presets and whatnot, but I'm just going to press Ctrl-Alt-Z to undo that. And maybe if I don't want to do that, I can just, I'm going to drag this into here and just, this is a new project that I'm working with right here, so just don't be confused by that. I'm just going to go to my select tool and take the orange and just drag and drop it into our other project, and I'm going to put this back in the tabs up here. So this is our other project, and you can see this is just the orange now, and it made a new layer when I dragged it into. It'll automatically do that. And we can go up to Edit Free Transform, and if you hold Shift down, it'll retain the quality while downsizing it, so that's nice. And yeah, you could probably do a lot of stuff with this, just like if you want to move a certain image into another image. I don't really have another image to move this into, but yeah, that could be used for that. And yeah, it's pretty cool if you want to maybe do some abstract art with oranges as the wheels. That'd be pretty cool. So that's basically it for that. Now I'm going to press Enter to define that, by the way. I don't really want that. Now I'm going to show you how to do something pretty cool. Another thing with the pen tool. I'm just going to start a new project here with 1280 by 720. I kind of like that just because it's more of a HD setting. And so here we have a new project, and I'm just going to hit Control I to start out with, just so it'll invert our project and make it all black, because my foreground color was white, and now it's black. So I'm just going to create a new layer, and go to our pen tool again, and make sure you have the paths option selected. And I'm just going to make some curvies, because curvies are cool, with a K, because Kevin is spelled with a K. Okay, I guess that'll work for right now, just for what we're going to be doing. Now, what I'm going to do is go to our text tool, and as you can see, when the text tool goes over the line, it changes its icon to like the text tool with a line through it. And wherever you want to start typing your words or whatever, I'm just going to start here. You can just click there, and make sure your foreground color of your text is somewhat different from your background color. And make sure, and you can just type in whatever you want, and it will follow that path to whatever you want it to be. So I thought that was a nifty little thing. Just figured out how to do that. And if you don't want this line to be shown, you can just press Control H or Command H if you're on a Mac, I think, and that'll just have a curvy to it, or however you wanted it, or however you defined it. So that could be useful for a lot of stuff. Like, I see a lot of web design with that kind of thing on it. So yeah, it's a little cool thing to do. So that's basically it for the pen tool. I don't think I'll be putting any more tutorials out for that, because that's maybe some more advanced stuff. But that was kind of just a basic intro to the pen tool and whatnot. Hopefully I can get some more tutorials out on specific tools. I kind of like doing these. It's pretty easy and fun to do. So thank you for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. And I will see you guys later. Keep watching and stay cool.